Hello, my dear students. This is Muhammad Abdul Qadir again in the live class. How are you, my dear students? I expect you are well. I am also well by the grace of Almighty Allah. My dear students, first and secondary students, first year and secondary students, you know the second wave of corona pandemic visiting all over the world is going on, and so we have to be more cautious of the situation. Otherwise, we will be infected by it easily. So, my dear students, you will keep up yourself safe and sound, maintaining the all hygienic activities and praying to the Almighty Allah. Okay, dear students, today I will take the last part of verbs, that is part 4. Today the class will be on non-finite verb. Dear first year students, you have to know about the non-finite verb if you want to try to make any sentence that can be simple sentence. You can make a long sentence, a complex sentence into simple using this verb, this non-finite verb. My dear students, and also it will be helpful for answering question number 2 in first paper, that is called flowchart. So, dear students, look, non-finite verb. First of all, how many kinds of non-finite verb? There are 3 kinds of non-finite verb, that is participle, gerund, infinitive. Now, I want to talk about participle. What is participle? The form of a verb which can deal as verb and adjective together. Again, the form of a verb which can deal as verb and adjective together. That time it is called participle. That verb is called participle. So, my dear student, technically, if you want to keep it in your mind, you have to find out whenever the verb is working as participle, whenever the form of a verb working as participle, that is working as adjective, that is participle. Again, there are 3 kinds of participle we find here written on the whiteboard. Dear students, look over the whiteboard, such as present participle, past participle, perfect participle. First of all, you should know what is present participle. Present participle, when a verb taking ing at the end of it deals as verb and adjective, verb as well as adjective. That is called present participle. Yes, present participle V1 plus ing. Whatever the verb takes ing at the end of it and deals as a verb as well as adjective. Verb as well as adjective. That time it is called present participle. Such as if we go for example, I am writing. I am writing. Here writing present participle because it works as adjective. I am writing. My situation is writing. That is present participle writing, and even I can say I am conducting. I am conducting the class on verb. The class on verb. This is also present participle. You can write down another way. The increasing, if we go for another example, the increasing number of people of Bangladesh are burdened in this situation. So the increasing number of people, increasing here, modify or qualify number of people. That is increasing deals as adjective and it is present participle. If we go discuss another participle, that is past participle, then we will have past participle also deals as verb as well as adjective. That is the form of past participle form. Past participle will be the form of past participle form of verb. Yes, I like to give example now on past participle. Like I have done the work. I have done the work. My dear students, done. Done is the past participle of verb do. Base form verb do. All perfect tenses take the verb past participle. Here, done word works as adjective, and so we call it participle or past participle. Another participle is perfect participle. Dear students, first of all you have to know the structure of perfect participle. That is, perfect participle is like having plus V3. Having plus V3. Okay, whatever you will have, having plus V3, this is past participle, that is past participle, and this also deals as verb or adjective. If I give an example, that time you can understand more. Like having finished the work, the farmers went home. Having finished the work, the farmer went home. Here having finished past participle. Here having finished past participle. Perfect, sorry. Here having finished perfect participle. Okay, dear students, you have had the lecture present participle, past participle and perfect participle. Then gerund. First of all, what is gerund? Gerund is a form of verb that takes ing at the end of it, but works as verb and noun. Dear students, one thing is that gerund works as verb and noun. Gerund, that means V1 plus ing. Gerund works as verb and noun. So, okay. However, the verb taking ing work as verb or noun in a sentence, verb as well as noun in a sentence. That time it is called gerund. I like to give an example. Walking is a good exercise. Here, walking gerund because it is works as noun, as the subject of the verb is. You know, my dear students, subject will be noun or pronoun. So walking here noun. So it is gerund. You can differentiate because something will feel you wrong or hazardous. Present participle also B1 plus ing. Gerund also B1 plus ing, but function is different. It works as adjective. It works as adjective and it works as noun. It works as noun. This is the technique to find out what is gerund and what is present participle. I want to give you another example on gerund. I like walking. I like walking. I like walking. Subject, verb and object. I like walking. That means walking is the object of the verb like. Object, you know, object can be noun or pronoun. So walking here noun. So it is gerund. Have you got the point, my dear students? I think you have. If you listen to me carefully, the topic will be very clear to you and you will understand. Okay? Another example I like to give. The scenery is charming. The scenery is charming. Dear students, it is also gerund. It is also gerund. How? Look, the scenery is charming because charming describes the scenery. The scenery is charming. Charming describes the scenery. As charming describes scenery, it is complement. complement can be noun or pronoun. So as complement can be noun, so it also be a gerund. It also be a gerund. My dear students, now I want to turn over infinitive. Infinitive is also another form of non-finite verb. Okay, my dear students. Infinitive also work as noun as well as verb, like gerund. Two plus V1. 2 plus V1. That is infinitive. Whatever you will have 2 plus V1, you will call it, you can call it infinitive. You can call it infinitive. Okay, I want to give you an example. I want to establish a hospital in my village. Here, my dear students, I want to establish 2 plus V1, 2 plus V1. So it is infinitive. So it is infinitive. Another example I like to give. To swim is a good exercise. Dear student, you know this is verb is, and to swim is subject. Subject can be noun or pronoun. So to swim is the subject, as the to swim is the subject, so it is noun. So my dear students, so we can say infinitive also can be noun, work as noun. This is all about non-finite verb, my dear students. This is all about non-finite verb. I think you will study more and more about it at your home to clear you further, and that will help you to do anything in English and to learn about anything and to deal also with it, and also you can know how to use in the sentence these parts as verb, non-finite verb. Okay, as verb is the heart of any sentence or any language, so you have to learn it more. So we'll work further and again and again. Thank you very much. Be safe and sound.